All right, look. I was just recently doing a little YouTube surfing, if you will, and I come across an interview that Tech N9ne did a few years back when he dropped Speed 'Em with Chris Calico and Eminem. Now, in this interview, he is talking about what Eminem charged him for that verse. What is the going rate for a GOAT verse? He talks about it in this interview. So, naturally, I'm curious. I want to know, what does somebody like Eminem charge for a verse? So, I got this thing already queued up. I got it ready to go at the point, because I already watched it, but we're going to watch it again because I had a lot of shit going through my head as I'm watching this part of the interview and afterwards. So, we're going to run through this part of the video, and then we're going to talk about it some more. Let's run this thing through. Let's go.
For him to even consider it and say that the beat was dope that Seven did, and I don't know if I should say this, but
go ahead.
Okay, I'll say it for everybody. You know, everybody gives me verses on love.
Right.
Yeah, man.
That's insane, bro. So
yeah.
that was a love verse? Like he didn't, for real.
Yeah, man. And then that, what people don't know, that even touches me even more because it's way worth 500,000 and up, dude. You know what I'm saying?
I think that just proves though too that he like genuinely believes in like what you guys are doing. He's like, yo, take it.
When you at the hilt.
There you go. That's basically it. That is basically the gist of it right there. So apparently, the going rate for a GOAT verse is 9. Apparently, M is just giving away verses. Now, after I watched this video, I'm thinking that's what's up. That's what's up. He's giving verses away on love. If he respects you as an artist, he's giving away verses on love. So that's my initial thought. My secondary thought after my initial thought was maybe Tech shouldn't be saying he's giving away verses on love because what if somebody who he just recently did a feature for charged him out the ass, which the going rate for a GOAT verse, I would assume, is pretty costly. So maybe that is my second thought. Like I just said, is maybe Tech, and even he was questioning it. Look how let's go back. Look how he tiptoes through this. Hold on.
Like he didn't
and say that the beat was dope.
Right here.
The Seven did, and I don't know if I should say this.
See, look,
go ahead. Okay, I'll say it for everybody. You know, everybody.
See, he says everybody when he's now. Tech is crazy respected in hip hop. That's a fact. So for everybody to just give him verses on love, I'm not surprised about that. But when he's saying everybody here, he ain't talking about everybody. He's talking about Eminem himself. Eminem gave him his verse on love. Now look how he tiptoes through this because he's even thinking as he's saying it like maybe I shouldn't be saying this shit. But let's think about
gives me verses on love.
Right.
Yeah,
see,
man.
That's insane, bro. So that was a love verse. Like he didn't for real.
Yeah, man. And then that what people don't know, that even touches me even more.
So then look, after my second thought of maybe Tech shouldn't be saying it, then I start thinking. Say, I'm doing a lot of thinking throughout this thing. This little piece of this interview had me doing a lot of thinking, which isn't good for my head, man. Too much thinking going on in my head at one time is not good. But after my second thought, my third thought is, what does he normally charge? What is the normal going rate for an Eminem verse? Now, I did a little bit of searching, and I couldn't find shit. Only thing I really could find is what your typical rapper charges. Eminem isn't your typical rapper. That's just a fact. He's not your typical dude that's just going to jump on anybody's track. That's just not how he moves. So when he jumps on a track with you, it's because he believes in your shit. He respects you as an artist. So I'm thinking he's just giving away love verses on the regular. He ain't really charging anybody probably. The only thing I would think he's normally doing is a verse for verse type of thing, like with Jesse Reyes. They were they were both on two different tracks together. She was on his album, he was on her album. Now, I think that's just how this man moves. He's giving away verses on love. I mean, if somebody like Young M.A. called up Eminem and say, "Hey, I want you on this track with me. What's it going to cost?" Do you think he's charging her? Do you think he's going to charge Young M.A., who he has talked highly about? He's not going to charge her. He's just going to give that verse away for love. So apparently, the going rate for a GOAT verse is nothing. He's just giving them away like it's nothing. Now, how many artists out there? This really blew my mind when my initial thought was that's what's up. He gave, because Tech, I wouldn't be surprised if he gave Tech away a verse for free, because it's Tech. But the more I thought about it, the more I'm thinking he's probably just giving away verses for nothing, because he's not just going to jump on anybody's track. He's only going to do a verse for your shit if he believes in your shit. So therefore, he's just going to give it to you out of love. How many big time artists will do that? I'm actually curious. I'm actually asking. How many artists out there will just give away 16? And actually, I think Speedum was a hell of a lot more than 16 bars. He went off on that thing for a hell of a long time. So I think he gave him more than 16 bars. So if you got any other information for me on this subject, I would really like to hear it. I would really like to know it, because as far as I can tell, this dude is just giving away verses. He's just giving them away. So you really got to think about who he normally will do a verse for. He's not just going to jump on anybody's track. Just think about it. Think about who he does it. Joyner, Logic. These are all artists that he talks highly about. So it does not surprise me one bit that he's giving away love verses. It does not surprise me. The more you think about it, the more it does not surprise me. He's just giving away verses on love. So what you think about that, man? What you think about the going rate for a GOAT verse being nothing? It literally blows my mind. Now a concert or a show, that's a different story. That is a different story. But he could give you 16 for in no time. A verse for Eminem is no time at all. He could just give that. He could do that real quick. But I different story for a concert. For him actually showing up somewhere and taking the time out, doing a concert and this, that, and that's a different story. But a verse, not surprised he's just giving them things out. So let me know what you're thinking. Put it down there. I'm out.